All right, guys, welcome to the second showing of the PAPI'S experience. We have quite a panel on board today. I'm going to go around the table, and more joining us shortly. We've got some late comers. Let me go around the table first and introduce yourselves, everyone. We'll start with this young lady.
I'm Rona. I have a YouTube channel, islandpearl.ph.
Islandpearl.ph?
Yes.
Islandpearl.ph.
Oh, IslandPearl.ph.
Yes.
Okay, very good. And you, sir?
I'm Eastern America, the @ Eastern America, or if you want the full YouTube, it's youtube.com/Eastern America, all typed.
Too many details there.
Okay.
We'll get you on there.
All right, brother.
No, you got it. You put it on whatever you want.
You can re-listen to it.
Well, we rehearsed last night.
Yeah, you got to rehearse that. It sounds like it was rehearsed.
It was rehearsed.
Yeah.
We had to go over and over and over.
Well, hold on a second. So, this is not scripted, everybody. So, you're getting some real stuff. We're having food. We're having coffee. It's what, about noontime? And we got some people joining us. 12:36. Thank you, Steve. We have people joining us. Oh, here comes Ruben. As I speak, here's a late comer, Ruben. Say hello to everybody, Ruben.
Hey, hi.
Ruben's here.
I'm a Ruben. I don't think I've met you.
Well, come on in,
Rona.
All right. So the panel's growing.
Oh, yeah.
The panel is growing.
Right.
Ruben's arrived. We had to wake Ruben up.
Wow.
Now Steve here went over and beat on Ruben's door.
Yep.
You went over and hammered on his door a little bit.
I gave him the Marine Corps boot camp knock.
Wow.
You gave him the boot
I hung
camp
up for the
knock.
bathroom.
I heard it on the 3rd floor. That was a good knock. All right, on over here too.
If it's not loud enough, they say I can't hear you.
That's right. On to Daryl here. Daryl, everybody knows Daryl, expensive expat. But we'll spell it out at the bottom of the screen. Everybody can go check his kid channel out.
Expensive expat.
What's that?
Daryl at X-pensive expat.
X-pensive. There they go. That's the key.
It means no longer pensive.
No longer pensive anymore. Now this is Mr. Steve. And say hello to everybody, Steve.
Marine veteran here in the Philippines. I love the Philippines, and I love rice.
And you love rice. You're
And
the
I'm
right
just here
place.
to share some of my experience.
And you have a lot of them. You've been here now at the Drake how long?
Since May 1st.
Yeah, so you're like one of the longest staying tenants we've ever had.
And this is my first Philippine family.
Yes.
And they've been very welcoming. I'd say come to the Drake.
Thank you so much for that plug. I don't think anybody here, hold on, let me turn around. I know the last time we did this, everybody's bitching about the sound, so I've eliminated any possibilities for the sound to be messed up, I hope. But we are working on this system. I might even go multiple mics down the road because this is getting interesting. But yeah, we're going to have to move this camera around to everybody and just take it one at a time because I got these mics directed. Mr. Ruben,
Yes.
you've been here before. You took a little island trip recently.
I sure did.
You went down to Dumaguete.
I was here. I was last here about a month ago.
Yep, you stayed
Okay.
quite a time with us
I got
as well.
kicked out, so I left.
Yep, you got kicked out.
No.
So then, so you went down to Dumaguete, right?
I started Dumaguete,
Chase the woman.
and from there, I stayed there for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Just exploring within the block. Didn't really go out much.
So do you want to get into the details like Steve off to the right here is telling me?
No, that's private.
Oh, okay, no private stuff. All right, he doesn't want the details on this.
You know
film.
what it's gonna happen.
Save me some editing.
You know what it's gonna happen.
Save me some editing. All right, so let's go. Now you don't have a YouTube channel.
Nope, not yet.
All right, and Steve doesn't have a YouTube channel.
Not yet.
Not yet. These guys do. What's your channel about, basically? Both of your channels. What is it? What's the content? Everyday life here?
Well, hers is focused more on the islands, of the Philippines.
Yeah.
We're 7,600 and something last time I checked.
Right.
And for me, I've got reviews on airlines, Korea, Philippines, several countries, and reviews back in the States.
So let's go back to this a little bit. What was your past life in the States? Are you allowed to talk about your former careers and what you did in the past? What's your past life in the States? What did you do for a living?
Most of my adult life has been spent in education.
Oh, nice.
I started schooling and never left.
Oh,
Basically,
this
until-
kept on going, huh?
Until maybe when I reached 40. I got kind of tired of it and started to explore the world,
Yeah.
so to speak.
So what brought you to the Philippines in particular?
Actually, you know, like I told others, it was like a couple years ago when I started watching YouTube, like you guys.
Yeah.
And that's when I started exploring more about the Philippines. And before that, I really didn't have any interest in coming here.
So videos did it for you.
Right, because everyone's exploring everything and everywhere in the Philippines. And that got me really interested. And after 2 or 3 years, which I kind of, you know, accumulated all these places, locations in the Philippines, I pretty much knew.
You decided then this is it.
Yeah, like
Good for you.
yeah, because I just retired about a year ago.
Yeah.
And so I was ready. And unbeknownst to my siblings, they had no idea I was going to go to the Philippines.
You know, there's a lot of comparisons. I released a video yesterday for Warner. He's renting a home. And there's people that chat, and you get all kinds of people that comment. And we got some people commenting from Thailand, or they prefer Thailand over the Philippines. And that's a preference. People will make their comments and their deciding factors. They have all these reasons why, and a lot of times the housing is cheaper, from what I understand. I've never been there.
Yeah.
So he's boasting about how much better the housing and how much cheaper it is in Thailand. And I hear a lot of people say the food and everything is a draw. So
And that's what you learn when you're watching the YouTubers.
right, so you watch these videos, you talk to people, and you find out what's good, and then you go try it, right? And you go see for yourself.
You know, that's for a very important thing to say, because it's totally different from watching, because I've been really in like what we call a virtual travel.
Virtual
Traveler.
tours, yeah,
Right.
via YouTube.
And when you come here in person, and the first thing that happened was when I came and landed over here at Clark. So actually, everything I visually looked at was walking street,
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
you know, the hotels and everything. But when you actually go to different streets, you learn more about the city itself. That's what happened when I went to Dumaguete.
Right.
Dumaguete, all I remember was, you know, the park and you know, where everyone hangs out. I think that was the name of that park, but
I'm not sure.
somewhere-
I've
somewhere
not
in
been
the
there either.
boulevard.
I've watched all the same videos you
Yeah.
did, but I came here and I just stayed where I'm at.
But you know, I remember
We opened a hotel and
after
restaurant.
landing to the airport and then being taken to the hotel, I had to go through a place where I never hardly see on YouTube, and that is like going to downtown.
Yeah.
And when you go to downtown, Dumaguete or even, you know, Angeles,
So you basically find all these.
Totally different.
Yeah, you basically find all these places that the videos help,
Yeah.
but once you get there, it's so much different.
It's
right.
like-
That's right.
Looking at, you know, a 100 degree to totally 180.
Yeah. So you got to experience it for yourselves. What about you guys?
That's the pina colada machine.
Uh-oh.
There, right?
Pina colada machine. No, that's our coffee grinder. Mercy's joined us too.
Hey, I can
She snuck
be
in.
Very interesting.
Yeah, we got to hear these stories.
Our friends.
Yeah, so let's try it again now that the coffee grinder's done. Now, what's your past history before you retired and came to the Philippines?
Yeah, retired regular active Army, 20 years, 17 days. And I came over to the Philippines. I visit. I've got a 90-year-old mom, Eastern mom. I'm Eastern American. She's featured in a lot of my videos. I've got a playlist with cooking, travel, Philippines, Korea, and playlist and all that. And
Other countries you've been to as well?
yeah,
Okay,
I put them all
good.
in there. It's all categorized in the playlist. It's shared. So when they go in, I think I've got like 6 right now. I'm still working on organizing everything.
Yeah.
And she's focused on the Philippines, the 7,600.
Oh, of course. So many places to make videos at here. Beautiful beaches and all that.
Yeah.
One of these days we will discover those when we we get out of this place.
Yeah.
We get some free time. Onward to Daryl now. Now Daryl is the expert of how to live cheap here in the Philippines.
I live in the province. So
I used to have a menu item for you.
Yeah, the Cheap Charlie one.
It's gone though. I got it out. Go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Breakfast.
I do videos about the Philippines from my perspective. My perspective is from the province. And that's like 10 miles, 12 kilometers from here, something like that. My little house is a total fixer. I mean, when the cable guy came to hook up the internet, he wouldn't go inside because he thought rats would bite him.
Wow.
And the ladies that were there, one of my interpreter, they wouldn't go inside because they were afraid. His 26 windows were broken. I fixed them all.
Yeah.
But it only cost me $432 a year to rent this place. That's 2,000 pesos a month.
That is crazy.
And I'm just getting ready to pay my second year's rent, $432, and I'm good till next November.
Right.
After this. And it's got over 1 million views on the house. One view, the first view, is 847,000. It's when it included the walkthrough, the original walkthrough. The guy
That's because it's so shocking that people can live so cheaply somewhere.
He didn't want to rent it to me. They bought it so they could tear it down and build a mini mansion, which is what's going on in that old subdivision. So anyway, he came with me. He said, okay, I'll rent it to you, because I offered to pay him a year in advance. Oh, okay, finally they said okay. So he wanted to walk through that with me to make sure I understood how bad it was.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I just started building a man cave this week. So people who are coming to the Philippines and they want to experience the province, well, I'm going to let it out like an Airbnb, but it's not for Airbnb. It's only for my subscribers or people that want to rent it.
Inviting people in to stay with you. The whole experience.
Yeah, well, I travel. And
It'll
when I'm
only
gone-
cost you 1 million pesos.
Yeah, when I'm gone, then I figure people could come and stay.
Why not? That's great, man. Very good. Then we got Steve over here. Retired, not retired. Once a Marine, always Marine.
That is correct. So
But you had many jobs. We've spent a lot of time talking to each other. You have a lot of different career paths you've taken since
the Veterans Administration of the United States decided that I have PTSD, and one of the symptoms is that you've had 100 jobs, 200 different jobs. You can't keep a job. You don't have many friends. And
you got a lot of friends here.
Well, no, this is my first Filipino family. The reason that I'm in the Philippines is when I would go to the San Francisco VA hospital to have my knees looked at, more than half the employees are from the Philippines, and when they saw my birthday, June 12th, which is Independence Day here, they would smile and say, Mr. Taylor, please go to the Philippines for your birthday. It's our Independence Day. So I think the stars brought me here.
That's right.
Because nobody chooses when they're born.
It's destiny. You were destined to come here.
Yes, I was. So I was a TET replacement troop February 1st of 1968. Vietnam erupted and the North Vietnamese tried to take over. And I was a college student at San Jose State playing football. And so I dropped out of school and joined the Marines. And
The rest is history.
I was in and out in 14 months. It took me 14 months I made it to Vietnam. I was there 6 months and 15 days, smashed my knees. They medevaced me to Guam, and then they medevaced me back to the Oakville Hospital in Oakland.
Well, sir, you are a proud veteran, I know, because every day you meet with other veterans in here, and you have discussions like your fellow veteran here, Ruben, another Marine. But do you want to tell a short version of how you met Ruben, real quick? That's hilarious.
So I was in my room upstairs on the second floor at the very back of the building, and I had my TV on, and I heard a disturbance that was loud enough that it motivated me to go see what the problem was. So I came, and when I opened my door and came out, you could hear somebody loud downstairs.
Yeah.
And I went downstairs, and it was Ruben.
Checking in, right?
I knew he had to be a Marine because Marines are loud. Anyway, we met, and
the rest is history, right?
The rest is history.
Right.
Yes, it is.
So, is it true that Steve quizzed you about your being a Marine? He had his doubts at first?
Oh, he definitely has doubts. He came down the stairs with his mean-looking face,
Yeah.
and he just stared at me.
Yeah.
I stared back at him.
Okay, you had to stare down.
Yeah, we had to stare down, and he asked me, were you in the Marines? And I said, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what boot camp did you go to?
The whole deal, right?
And
You
from
got
there,
questions.
His look changed totally
So you got
into a smiling face.
All right. So then you found a fellow Marine, and then
There's been a lot of Marines at the Drake, and there's also been a phony Marine or two.
I heard about that yesterday. Yeah, that just happened yesterday.
But there's a few phony Marines everywhere.
All right, let me explain to everybody. So we offer a 10% discount on all food and drinks for veterans here, and you can avail the 10% discount. So yesterday, saying that now, Steve, I'll let Steve continue. So yesterday, you challenged. Well, what happened? The guy,
Well,
he
I
kind
was
of
sitting at a table with a Navy and an Army retirees, and a man walked up and said, "I'm a Marine," and so I immediately asked him, like Ruben
Like you
said,
did Ruben.
"What boot camp did you go to?" And he didn't know, and so I was upset, and then I quizzed him more, and it turned out he was not a Marine. He had never been in the military, and I told him he was a lying piece of shit.
That was it. So, so that ended his breakfast that day, right?
And I'm still a little upset.
I'm sure you are. Yeah.
There's too many phony balonies that want the benefits that come.
And I think what made it even worse for you is he still got his 10% discount, right?
Yeah, apparently he's been doing that.
Sorry, choked me up. So he still got his discount, and that made it even worse. Fired you up.
The Marines are a very small unit and very, very special.
All right.
And so to claim to be a Marine is something to be very proud of, but falsely claim to be a member of any branch, no good.
Right. Well, I agree with you 100% there. We don't ask for proof here at the Drake, so we take everybody's word on it. I feel like if someone were to lie about something like that, shame on them. I'm not going to ask for ID, military proof, or none of that stuff. You just tell me you're a veteran here, you're going to get it. Most people here are. So a lot of people living here are. I'm not. I've never served. I was tempted to as a young man here in the Philippines. I was influenced by some sailors to say, don't do it. I'll turn the camera around. So when my dad worked here in Subic Bay in the mid-'80s. I was here, of course, and the ships would roll in and these sailors would come off, and I'd go out and party with them and get drinking and doing some crazy stuff, and we'd talk in depth. These guys were trapped on boats for months, I guess, and they got released, and it was hard for them, I guess, at times. And the ones I hung out with said, son, whatever you do, don't join up. All my friends were joining up, of course, military families. It was tradition, basically. But for me, it skewed me a little bit, and I kind of regret it, but you know what? It is what it is. I have high respect for all the military. I've grown up around it my whole life. I thank everybody for their service and what you've dealt with in the war, and I can only imagine what you had to go through in the Vietnam War. It's not like the movies, is it, Steve?
It's not at all like the movies. In fact, the movies, everything's always backwards. So the Americans will land and have casualties and then come and bomb.
Right.
Where reality is they would just bomb the shit out of them, and then when they went, there would be no casualties. No, Hollywood has almost everything backwards.
They got it all back. It's all for entertainment value,
Well, it's
right?
all for the action entertainment, that's right, to make the movie flow.
So while we're on the subject, let's go ahead and break out your folder. You got some very interesting items to talk about. Now, you've been through this one already, right?
Oh, after he got excited that I was, fellow Marine,
Yeah.
he quickly ran up the stairs. Have you seen him run up the stairs?
I've seen him run, yeah.
Okay, so he can't run, and he went to get the folder
Yes.
which he brought down, and I'll let him explain.
Yeah, so he's got a folder here, a very proud Marine.
So these are copies of the original that I framed, so they look like Harvard diplomas.
Sure, you don't want to travel
But
around
how
with
many
the
people have
originals like
Scout
that.
Sniper?
Yeah, let me hold that up
graduation
close here, get the right lighting on it. There you go. Scout Sniper.
I have
And
two
then
of
you've
them,
got-
one from Camp Pendleton, California, and one from Da Nang, Vietnam.
Wow.
And it's important to me because it gives the dates, so I know that I was at this school.
Right.
And in order to pass in the Da Nang school, you had to hit a playing card at 1,000 yards.
A playing card. You had to hit a
5
playing
shots.
Wow.
And
how
when I went
did
to
you do
get
it in?
when I went to look at my target, I tripped a trip flare, scared the shit out of me.
So how many shots did it take you to hit that card?
Oh,
did you use all 5?
Take 5 shots. I hit it twice.
Okay. Wow. Nice.
So on every Marine Corps discharge, there's a phrase that says "Fideli the certa merces" right here, and that means to the faithful there is certain reward. Ruben, to the faithful there's certain reward. I hope you got your reward.
I got my reward.
All right, so interestingly, here's a copy of the letter that you write to your mother. Dear Mom, I'm having a good time at boot camp.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Your son,
the make
the
you feel
Marine.
good letter. Was it true?
No, but
No. You had to make Mom feel good, right? Don't
all right,
worry,
now
Mom.
here's they accepted me. And I actually have all these pieces of paper still.
You kept it all.
Well, I did. Well, no, actually, a lot of it got thrown away by an old girlfriend.
Uh-oh.
You know, can I interject?
Yeah, go ahead.
They call it boot camp, right? You guys, we call it basic training in the Army. And one thing I'll never forget, you know Maroon 5 payphones,
Yes.
the song payphone?
Yes.
We had to wait back, I joined in 86 and retired in 2006. And they had payphones in basic training.
Yeah.
And what I will never forget is talking to my mom and these guys going like, hey man, your 5 minutes is up. I mean, they'd be lined up.
In line, yeah.
And there only like 3 or 4 payphones.
These are
right?
back in the days when we
Crazy
didn't
days.
have all the conveniences of technology we have today.
I'm sure
There
you
was
talked
no
to your-
payphones or candy or anything in the Marine Corps.
That's before they had phones, right?
Nothing. No.
no candy.
No.
They had phones.
He's comparing payphones and candy
No,
together.
there was nothing.
Okay.
The Marine Corps was strictly.
Okay, no phones.
All right, so here's a letter in the old school from Western Union
Yeah.
that they delivered my mother that said, well, I was wounded and in the hospital, but I'll be all right.
Oh, that's okay. That's one of those
I mean, that's old
letters.
school, a Western Union telegram.
But I
When
bet you
somebody
she got
delivered
scared.
that, she didn't know what to expect
I
until
wish
she
to
read it.
inform you that your son, PFC Stephen Taylor, USMC, arrived at the hospital from overseas and was admitted. Yeah.
So you were telling me the other day about some other thing. Oh, what do you got? Hold on.
These are my platoon commander and one of my drill instructors. These are like the torturer, tormentors. We will make you hard as a rock.
Yeah. And you kept that picture because it's not etched in your brain enough.
This is actually everybody gets a
It's etched in yours, right?
picture of all 90 recruits.
Wow.
I used a laser printer and a nice computer and blew it up.
It looks great. That's a
And,
heck of a
printed
good
it.
picture.
And I have more pictures. All right, so for example, here is a real picture of me, and then here is the picture that I blew up, and that's me happy to be off that helicopter.
Let me see the one blown up. There you go.
And interestingly, you can see I have binoculars.
Yeah.
And I was the only Marine out of 80 that would go out into the bush that had binoculars. So when we would be getting shot at by machine guns, and the North Vietnamese did not like us, you could hear them yell back down the line, Taylor, 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 what do you see? And I'd say, I don't see anything. And they say, are you looking? And I'd yell, no. And if you want the binoculars, I'll give them to you.
Yeah, you want to hold the
Well,
binoculars,
no,
right?
you don't want to poke your head up.
Yeah, you don't want to be the guy with the binoculars.
And then here's another. So I was in a long line of Marines heading to the battle, and we were passing another line about 6 feet away. Hundreds of people heading back from the battle, and there, in between the two lines was a mailman, and he said, I have mail for you. So I had to stop and put the letter on my knee and
There you
take
go.
pictures.
Wow.
And there's my Remington Model 700, which is an unusual weapon.
Well, like Ruben, you were Marine Corps. Our age group, we had to write letters. They didn't have email back in that day, right?
No emails.
We had to write the letters and put the stamps on there. Mail.
Of course, yeah. And then it took
We had
weeks and
tests.
weeks.
Yeah.
All right, here's that picture blown up, and that's,
Oh, that's a
happy
good one.
face.
That's a happy face right there.
Because I hate these helicopters. The first time I rode on a helicopter, I noticed little shafts of light in the dust, and I thought, boy, that's nice. And then when I got out and looked, they were bullet holes, and there was a bunch of bullet holes covered
You didn't know what they were coming from
with
at first.
1,000-mile-per-hour tape. I hate helicopters, and to this day I hate even to hear them. Okay, so one of the things I did when I came back, I was in high-end construction, and this is what rich people spend their money on. Wow. And you can see the relative to the car. This is what rich people spend their money on in their yard art.
That almost looks like a rabbit.
Well, it is. It's
Okay.
a freaky Hollywood rabbit.
Yeah. And you're from California.
I am from
right?
Northern California.
Northern California.
And then one of my favorite pictures, here is my great uncle Ed in 1902 on the top of Mount Shasta.
Wow.
And there's no snow.
Wow.
And Mount Shasta is a pretty tall mountain in Northern California.
Wow.
Amazing that it had no snow.
Yeah, right?
I've been to Mount Shasta many times.
And that cone right there is what they put up so they could go and measure and find out how tall it was.
Wow.
See?
And so that's why names are hard for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Names are hard for me too. As we get older, it doesn't
I
help.
still have a big bump on my head. And I took my barrel and receiver, which is the big piece of steel of an M14, which nobody has anymore. I didn't clean a little spot, and he held it up and looked at it, and then he said, Private Taylor has killed the entire platoon.
That's what I was getting at. You
because
didn't
he
clean
cannot
out some
shoot
hole or
gas
something.
grenades. And so he hit me in the head. I have a big bump. The lights went out.
That's because you didn't clean that little
And it's so small that you could clean it with
BB hole out.
with a paper clip.
Oh, wow. So that
And-
caused it to happen.
Well, anyway, I woke up in sick bay 2 days later with a corpsman shaking me. If you don't rejoin your unit, they're going to drop you.
Wow.
So I put my clothes back on with black eyes. I went back and joined, and there was no traumatic brain injury or anything back then.
Right.
It was just like, get out there.
Just get up and go. No sugarcoating anything back then. Very interesting. Steve being here, there's 100 other stories. There's a million other stories we've all encountered with Steve here. Very entertaining gentleman to talk to. Always got something to say every day about. Well, we were talking movies the other day, right? It's movies.
The Hateful Eight.
The Hateful Eight is one of his favorites. Tarantino. So, yeah, you never know what the subject matter is going to be at PAPI'S here. We meet so many people here, interesting people every day. That's what keeps us going here, guys. You guys coming here and seeing us at the Drake Hotel and eating in the restaurant, meeting all of you, that makes a big part of our day. It's so good to enjoy your company. And
So,
I hate
let
to
me
see you leave.
explain why I came to the Drake. So I flew in from California to Manila and took a grab to the VFW, which is up the street here, the largest VFW in the Philippines. They have 1,500 members. I walked into the office and I found the man in charge. And I said, here I am. And he looked at me, he said, yeah, here you are. I said, I don't have a hotel yet. I said, where should I go? He said, go to the Drake.
Yeah, those guys
So I
at the
came to
VFW
the
are
Drake,
great.
and a lot of veterans come here. The food is great. Everybody's friendly. Come to the Drake.
Yeah, I appreciate the plug, Steve. It's true. The VFW right there, you know, they have their own restaurant. Technically, they're our competitors, but we're friendly competitors. We support each other. I've always enjoyed eating at the VFW, and I still do. Every now and then I go in there and have a tenderloin sandwich. But they're a big reason that when I started this place and this restaurant, they've influenced a lot of the food. It's hard to find good American food in town, and so VFW is one of the places I always went to get that home cooked type meal. So yeah, these guys are been very supportive of us, and we are supportive of them as well. And I appreciate hearing that people at the management at the VFW are sending people to stay over here at the Drake.
Cliff is in charge.
Yeah.
And he's so old that he calls me a young man.
Is that right? So you're pushing what now, Steve?
So I just had my 75th birthday.
Wow.
75. Yeah, that's a great feat nowadays. So yeah, it's a milestone. And this gentleman here looks like he's 45, and he's almost as old as you, Steve. He looks young. Guess how old Daryl is?
So I thought he was a Navy SEAL, a neck breaker.
Guess how old this gentleman is?
Looking like that. But he said, nah. And he thought I was insulting him, so another veteran explained to him.
Older than that,
No, I didn't think you were insulting me at all.
All right,
I've heard it more than once.
Well, of course. I mean, look at you.
He is a specimen of health. How old are you, Daryl?
I'll be 70 in December.
Wow. Wow.
It's amazing, right?
Right.
Now, on the opposite end of the spectrum, I've met some people that I thought was 70, and they were younger than me. And they were rode hard, man.
Right.
And remember the guy in Barrio Brito we met? I can't remember his name, but we met a guy down in Subic when we lived down Barrio Brito on the beach. He frequented all the bars, and the story was he drank himself. He might not even be around anymore, but he had some problems. But he came up to us one day and said it was his birthday, right? Remember that guy at the beach? He looked like he was like 80 years old. He was only like 55 or something.
He used to live right on the beach, right?
Yes, he lived right on the beach. Hard life, man. I've never experienced. This guy looked like he was 80 years old.
Yes.
Wow. And he was 55 years old or something. I'm like, no way. Somebody said, no, you're only 55. Well, there ain't no way. So, man, when I see people like Daryl and Steve and all you older folks like me, nah, I'm the young man here in the group, I think.
I don't know. How old are you?
57. Yeah, I'm the youngster. I'm even the youngster to this one. No, I'm just kidding. I'm the young man here in the group. But anyway, yeah, this is interesting to sit around, have coffee, have a little discussion. What do we talk about next, guys? What about current events? P. Diddy's big in the news today. What do you think about the P. Diddy stuff? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
What?
That's old already. Right?
Horrible. Well, it just keeps going. I haven't followed it, but P. Diddy's big in the news.
Yeah.
P. Diddy's doing all kinds of bad stuff from what they're telling me, and I don't keep up with stuff like that.
Well, he's locked up now in a very, very bad place.
Right.
Well, yeah, and they're still uncovering more and more things now, I hear.
Well, unfortunately for the participants, they were videotaped, and there's thousands of videotapes. And when they show the tapes in court,
oh yeah.
you have to believe your lying eyes.
Yeah, well, that's an opinion of many, that he's going to be Epsteined.
Yes.
Well,
He's going to be Epstein to get rid of the evidence. I'm going to stay away from politics because that's a scary place for family, friends, and subscribers to go.
You can just edit that.
Because no, I'll keep it in there because I like to bring it up. I like to bring it up because
It's supposed to be a joke.
it is, and I joke sometimes too, and I've put videos of Trump at the end of some of my videos, and it's funny because I use the AI thing and I change their words, and I put a video of Biden as well, but saying funny stuff. Like they came to PAPI'S to eat and all that stuff. I thought it was cool. I subscribed to that I bought into that app and I was like, I gotta have this. So I put Trump and Biden at the end of my video, and everybody land-based me. Oh, you are a Trump guy. I didn't know that, Eric. I'm like, oh, come on, guys, I'm joking. It's a funny joke. Everybody, if you can't laugh at what's going on in the world today.
they don't tell a lot of jokes in the Philippines.
Yeah. Anyway, it wasn't the Filipinos saying it. It was my fellow
but I'm
American.
just saying here they don't tell a lot of jokes.
Right.
Because I've told a few jokes that went flat.
They may not have got what your punchline was,
They
though.
don't tell a lot of sarcastic jokes.
Yeah. Or offensive jokes, maybe.
They don't tell jokes like I just did.
We like being offensive.
Rona and I are hanging out, and she asked me, how's the food? I said, not bad. She said, only not bad.
That's not
I was
good.
like, that's a figure of speech. That means it's good.
Right. Not bad means good. You're supposed to say wonderful, right?
Amazing.
Right.
Yeah.
Exquisite.
All right, so a little personal here. We're going to get a little personal. How long have you two been together?
I'll let her answer that question.
6 months,
Go ahead.
2
I'll let you
weeks.
answer that question.
Come on, how long have you been together?
Go ahead.
You give us your, how many anniversaries now?
She keeps the dates.
Come on, Rhoda.
Oh my
What is
god. Almost honest answer. Almost 1 month.
1
Oh
month?
my god. Yes.
Oh, so
anyway.
I thought he had somebody different last time he was here.
That's the honest answer. I'm sorry.
This is
No.
the one, though. This is the
This is the real one.
Yeah, this is
the now we'll make another video next time, and we're going to see if you're still here.
Yeah.
And
Don't worry, we'll still be together.
you'll still be here. Yeah, it's funny. What happens at the Drake stays at the Drake, guys.
Oh.
Until you make a YouTube video.
Yeah, exactly.
Until you get put on
Beans
YouTube.
get spilled.
Right, then the beans get spilled. Oh my gosh. Anyway, guys, I sure appreciate everybody coming in today. We have some food coming. I'm going to take a little break, get a drink of water. We're going to come back. We're going to enjoy some food together, break some bread, and we'll continue this in a minute. All right, the food has arrived. Let's see what we got here. We got a Supreme pizza. Look at that delicious looking pizza, guys.
First class, retired.
We're going to eat like kings here at the round table today.
This up to my room.
That was my,
Look at you.
that was my retirement. Yeah.
Oh, let me look. What do you got going on over here?
Just before I retired.
Well, you haven't changed much. You look pretty much the same.
Thank you, because she said that she wished she had met me back then.
Oh, that's what she's saying? She wanted to meet the old you, huh?
So, you see those
And you should have
stripes?
said, you are meeting the old me.
You see
It's
those
me,
stripes
old.
on his sleeve?
Yeah.
Those are 4 years. Every 4 years you get one stripe.
3 years for the Army.
Okay.
3 for the Army?
One stripe every 3 years.
Excellent. We're going to tear this food up.
Stripes.
Thank you.
We got
Thank you very much.
We got some pizza.
Yeah, 2 stripes.
We got some nachos.
We one.
Look at those cheesy nachos. Oh, and some buffalo wings. My goodness. Look at those.
Fort Knox,
Look at those buffalo
Home of
wings.
the hard knocks.
Big old bowl of blue cheese dressing
Misery,
too.
those were him.
To remind everybody out there, especially those that live here locally, we have a deal with Thunder here. Thunder Motorcycle Club, right there. They have a charity. They feed the children at school, and we are part of that. Every Thursday, we do Thunder Thursdays here at PAPI'S Bar and Chill in Drake, and also in the Street Eats location. So we're doing Thunder Thursdays, where 10% of the whole bill for those people that show up for Thunder Thursdays goes to their charity. So it's an awesome event every Thursday. Here's the Thunder Motorcycle Group. Thank you guys for supporting PAPI'S Bar and Chill, Street Eats, and PAPI'S in the Drake. And we're just paying back, supporting their cause. It's loud in the it's here. We have a lot of people eating in the restaurant today. A little noisy. Most people cleared out already, but it's been a busy Sunday today. Now I'm ready to eat. This is breakfast, lunch, and dinner for us, right? We got pizza, wings, yummy. All right, guys, how was everything? How was the food?
Mouth heaven.
Mouth heaven. There we go.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, outstanding.
I love the pizza and the nachos, both.
Yeah. Pizza, nachos, wings.
Yes.
Ruben's still going to town over here.
Pizza up there.
Yeah. Buffalo wings.
You know what we've become? What did you think?
The best
Best in town, right?
Yes.
That's true.
Best in town.
You know what? We've become some kind of a pizza place now. We didn't intend to be the best pizza in town, but it's kind of grown into that. What was you going to say, Daryl?
You know, the thing about your pizza is the crust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing about finding good pizza in the Philippines is the crust. And so this
You
is
got to
the
make
best-
your own crust.
It's the best pizza I've had since I've been in the Philippines.
Here.
And I've
Same
tried
here.
and I've
I
tried.
haven't even American pizza has not been this good.
Yeah, there's some good things about our pizza. Now we have what we've done, Daryl, is we used to buy a pre-made crust, not formed, but dough. and it was good. Nobody really complained about it. But since we started making our own crust, it is better.
Skins. You make your own pizza dough.
Pizza or dough. Yeah, we make our own dough.
And then they cut it. They're called skins. You can buy
Skins?
them at any pizza parlor in America. Take it home, make your own.
Yeah,
They're
so
called
we were doing that in the beginning, and then we changed and started making our own crust.
I think
dough.
that's what separates your pizzas from the other ones that I've tried here, and I've tried at some nice places.
Well, there's some good places here that make their own dough for their pizza crust as well. I
just
know.
haven't been there. Been here many times, and I come here because it's the best food that I've had in the Philippines. And when I need my American fix, I come on in from the province, and this is where I come to. I've tried other places, and it's just not as good. And I've made the comment many times to my friends who haven't been here yet when I'm talking about the Drake and the food, and to come here. It's that if this restaurant was in San Diego, it would be one of my favorite restaurants.
Oh, yeah.
Let alone finding it in Angeles.
Well, thank you for that,
And the
Daryl.
ribeye is well worth it. The ribeye is very big, 16 ounces.
At least, yeah, 17 and a half
It's
usually.
very big. It goes right off the plate.
500 grams is we're converting over here now to grams now.
I know it's hard to do.
It was tough. It was tough, but yeah, it's a big steak. Yeah, we're getting to be known for some other things like the pizza and the steak and our wings, and we make our own sauce now.
The sandwiches, everything.
That's another thing that's improved our pizza. We always made our own sauce, but we made an improvement to the pizza sauce. And I think crust and sauce for me, and we use good quality cheese. Next run on the pepperoni, I found a source to get some real good pepperoni. I've been stuck with this pepperoni I'm not quite super happy with. I mean, it's been doable, and nobody's complained about it, but
It's good, but
I found a better one. I found a better one. That's
also the
coming.
cheese.
Yeah, the cheese has some. We don't skimp on we don't use that fake cheese.
No, it's important.
Don't use that fake pizza topping, they call it. Who knows what's really in the pizza topping? It's not cheese. Plastic maybe, I don't know.
You never know.
But we don't use pizza topping.
I can't isolate just the, what you guys have mentioned already, the cheese, the dough.
Yeah.
It's everything
Yeah.
combined.
It's a good mixture, right?
And I can tell you right now, it's hard to really argue with Daryl. This is one of the best pizzas, if not the best pizza here in the Philippines. I've eaten a lot of pizzas this last month.
Yeah.
Okay, and also I know there's a lot of individual pizzeria in town as well. Not just here.
Yeah, there's pizza places here that specifically specialize in pizza, and they're good. I've had them.
They're good.
We got 69 Rock Bar. They make
This
great
is
pizza.
like top of the line on pizza.
But yeah, I've had some good comments about our pizza, and we want to advertise all the time. Say, "We got the best pizza in town." Of course, you're going to say you get the best of everything. That's an advertisement, right? But I mean, I really do feel we have a lot of the best food that you can get in this town. But there's competitors out there of ours that we support. Rock Bar 69, Brian's place, has great pizza. Biggie's, I like Biggie's pizza. There's several others. Paisanos has good pizza. I've always ordered from these guys, and now I eat my own pizza. So yes, we want to boast about our own food here at PAPI'S, of course. Why wouldn't we? But there are good restaurants here in Angeles City. My videos in the past have told you where to go eat in this town, and we still frequent them. We found a good sushi place.
Oh yeah.
I don't sell
Yamato.
sushi. Yamato. Right down the street here. Yamato
I
has
like
good
sushi myself.
So if you want to try sushi, I've eaten at a few here. Yamato, right down here before you get to the ABC, is a good place for sushi. You guys sushi fans at all? I like the cooked stuff. I don't go for the raw stuff.
Yeah.
I do the tempura sushi
I go
rolls.
for
Too much rice.
Yeah. Too much rice for you in sushi?
Yeah, all I have sashimi. That's
Sashimi.
Like sliced fish
Oh yeah.
Flesh.
Well, they have all that.
and with a dip.
Some good stuff. Steve, we just missed. I had to go back on. You said something about recruiters a minute ago. And this whole table here is a different little background from everybody. So what about the recruiters, you said?
So in 1968, recruiter translated to liar.
I'll tell you three
So
things.
he said he was a recruiter. So here you go. Defend yourself.
The two things
Right there,
I
man.
never mentioned as an Army recruiter is the word Army, because you're painting a word picture. I would always say, "Are you ready to join our team?" So get rid of that Army, because that's a word picture.
Yeah.
And secondly, I never talked about basic training. Who wants to talk about physical fitness? That's going to talk them about.
Show up.
And you know, they would come back.
What name
A
did
woman She was in great shape by
Okay, you might
appearance.
be under brown.
I said,
then.
"What are you doing back here?" She didn't even finish
Right
basic.
there.
She said, "If you had told me about basic training,
There you
I would
go.
have
I
never
would have
signed up.
never signed up." And you know another thing, drill sergeants, you see them once in a while, they would complain.
You know, it's not the
I say,
age, it's
look,
the mileage.
they were civilians when I found them. They were
And you're
civilians
looking
when I
pretty
put
young
them in,
for
and it was your job to make them a soldier, not me.
Yeah.
So,
You got them signed up.
that's right.
You got to turn them, right?
That's right.
So what else is going on today, Steve? Daryl, camera's on you. Say what you want. This is the end of the video. This is your closing arguments, closing statements.
Thank you for having me out here. This has been excellent. I got a chance
Well,
to
we love having you. Love seeing you all
get
the
to know
time.
everybody a
Come
little
out.
bit better. Met my new friend here.
Yes,
and his
Daryl.
girlfriend of 28, 29 days.
Yeah, 29 dayer.
Yeah. Gino here, and
You know,
Ron.
they have that month
Less than that.
anniversary, and I just didn't know whether it was a 28-day month or a 30-day month.
But-
The monthversary.
But I gotta tell you,
Oh.
30-day, 31
for,
days.
for anyone out there trying to find a soulmate,
Oh, yeah.
whether it's in the Philippines or any country in the world, USA, blah blah blah.
Not in the USA.
I want you to know there's still good partners out there.
There's still hope, huh?
Keep plugging away. Sooner or later you get it right, and I got it right with this one.
Yeah.
Not in the USA.
Yeah, exactly.
Not today,
Not
Still
2024.
looking. Still
But
looking.
not today.
Oh, no, today. Yeah,
No.
27 years ago.
Doesn't
Pretty much
exist today.
everybody is angry
Wow.
and toxic and dysfunctional in the
It does
U.S.
seem
Oh my
kind of
God.
like
That's
that.
just how it is.
Yeah, right now it seems a little.
Everything costs too much.
Agreeance.
Gasoline is too much. And rent, electricity. The hurricanes went through.
Oh my, yeah.
Politics is tearing the country
Yeah,
apart.
So sad.
Yeah.
Everybody's really angry.
Yeah.
Now there is a commonality here at this table today. I believe 3 of you guys are all from California.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 of the 3 are from the same city.
That's right.
San Diego, San Diego.
San Diego,
I was born in Oakland, California.
San Diego,
Oaktown.
South Carolina,
That's right.
South Carolina,
That's right.
San Diego.
San Diego,
The other side.
and you were
Oakland,
north.
California.
Oakland. Okay.
Oaktown.
Oaktown. So
The
yeah,
home of the Hells Angels and the Black Panthers. For starters.
there you go. Ruben laughs. Why are you laughing over here?
I don't know. That's-
What about you, Ruben? Any closing arguments from you today or closing statements?
I'm just a happy man, retired,
Happy to be here.
Single.
Happy to travel.
He's in the market.
and no, I'm always ready to mingle.
You're on the market.
No, that's
That's what Mercy said. You're on the
Mercy
market.
said that. No,
Well, are you saying
he's
you're
not
not on the
really.
I'm
market?
not looking, but I'm open.
Yeah. We don't have.
We have hopes.
That's when things happen when you're not looking,
right.
Ruben. When you're looking, it doesn't
You
happen.
might be right. Yeah.
That is right.
Yeah.
Everything comes to us by
Ask
surprise.
Ruben about his Zumba class that he took.
Oh, tell me.
Oh,
tell me more.
because I love
I'm just trying
Zumba.
to get a vision of that.
I am
Mercy
a
was a
dancer.
Zumba instructor.
I love dancing. I've been dancing since school days because you have to. You know, it's a little bit of a social
You spice your
activity,
life with
and there's some
Zumba.
pressure too. When
It
you're
is
in high school,
physical, too.
and as well as junior high, you know, you grow up. You know, when you go to dances, like in a community, you have people, students representing other schools. So when you get on the floor, you better know some steps, right? Okay, that's why a lot of times we have our own group, you know, type of dance.
Well, you can't
moves.
ask a girl to dance if you don't know how to dance, right?
That's right.
You better have a.
And you better
have
be
some
able to
knowledge.
dance because they'll never ask you.
Yeah, they're not going to ask you. Closing statements from you.
Well, we love you all, and please come over to PAPI'S Bar and Chill and see Eric and Mercy and everybody else. And couldn't find a better place to come to. They're very good people.
You guys are welcome. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Yeah, we always look forward to seeing you guys come back and see us.
Yes.
All of you.
Yes.
Daryl,
Thank you.
I come here on a regular basis. I was here yesterday as well.
you were. And I said come back today, and here he is.
Regular.
And Steve, we're going to miss you, but I know you'll be back to see
So
us.
this is a veteran-friendly place. Come on down.
Yeah, that's right.
Good way to end it.
And I've met a whole bunch of veterans here, a lot of Marines.
And soldiers. And soldiers, brother. There we go.
You were going through the meanings of Army and Marines earlier. Give us
Aren't real Marines yet is what Army stands for.
aren't real Marines. Come on, let's. I got to because we missed it on
It's
camera.
funny, though.
Okay.
All right, you
know
come
how
back.
the Marines are looking for a few good men?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? The Army's got them all, and they're still looking.
Your turn.
So the Marine Corps is the only branch this year that made their recruitment goal.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, the only reason the Army hasn't done that is the Army's so much tougher than the Marine Corps.
Okay, your turn,
Yeah.
Steve.
Wait, the Army's what?
So much tougher than the Marine
Tougher.
Corps.
I don't think so. I think you must have bumped your head. You had payphones and pogey bait,
Oh my God.
which is candy. You had
All right,
candy
Ruben.
and hamburgers.
Remember, when you're live recording, be careful what you say.
It's forever.
Okay, because it's being
Forever.
watched
It's on
everywhere in the world.
Forever.
And I have to say that because there was an incident where I was, being interviewed
Gentlemen, I
by a
have to go.
blogger. And
see
it
you.
was
Good to see
watched
you.
by someone in the U.S.
Nice to see you.
and it kind of blew out of proportion. So be careful.
Go.
Yeah, be careful what you say when you're on camera.
Yeah. I like
Yeah.
what the British say: keep calm and carry on.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
All right, cool.
Find
Very
your
good.
inner peace.
All right. My closing statement is, if somebody doesn't want to be on camera, or if they don't want something said or cut, I will cut it.
Right.
So everything you see here on this video today has been approved
Yes. Print.
by the people
Print.
in the group.
Copy. Print that.
Yeah, so anyway, thanks for joining us on this little roundtable meeting today in our lunchtime. Who knows who will be on next time. Hope you everybody enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing.
Thank you.
See you on the next one.
Thank you, Drake.